Hello, I'm Ira Thor, Senior Director of University Communications at New Jersey City University, and a member of the CoSIDA Academic All-America Committee. And today I'm joined by senior back Maya Nielan from Danville, California, and the MIT Engineers. She is your 2021 CoSIDA NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Academic All-America Team Member of the Year. Maya is a mechanical engineering and computer science major who has a 5.0 cumulative GPA on MIT's rigorous 5.0 scale. Maya, congratulations on this prestigious honor. And
Thank you.
welcome and congratulations. What can you tell us about your reaction when you learned that of the more than 28,000 student athletes who participate each year in Division III women's soccer that you were selected as the Academic All-America of the Year for D3 women's soccer?
I'm incredibly thankful to my coaches, to my family, and to all my teammates. I definitely would not be able to accomplish this award without them, especially on the field supporting me. This season has been pretty tough with a couple injuries. I still have a cast from the season, but definitely off the field, they help me study all the time, and we really have a great support network at MIT.
Now, injuries aside, you guys had a great year, and we'll go talk about that as we go on. But before we get there, you're actually the 17th MIT student athlete to be Academic All-America of the Year. You're the third in just the last 6 months, but amazingly, you're actually the first ever for the women's soccer program. Tell us what it's like to be a student athlete at a prestigious school like MIT, and also the pride that you personally have being the first Academic All-America of the Year representing MIT women's soccer.
I think the atmosphere of being a student athlete at MIT is something that can't be found at other universities. I think that was a big deciding factor for me when trying to figure out what college to go to. I knew that I wanted to study engineering, and I know that's really hard at a lot of other schools being a student athlete. But I remember when I immediately went to MIT and I learned of like the majors of people on the team. Like the starting center back my freshman year was an aerospace major. People go on and do PhDs. They work at incredible companies. And I think that that's just the norm, being on the MIT women's soccer team, but also being a student athlete at MIT. Everyone is willing to help each other with P-sets, through tests. And like, so there's just so much support from the other student athletes and the administration, that it's really a great place to be if you want to study a rigorous academic subject, and then be a student athlete as well.
And what about yourself being the first ever Academic All-America of the Year for MIT women's soccer?
It feels well deserved, I guess, because I know that there's so many other members of the team that work incredibly hard in the classroom, and I'm happy that I'm able to represent them as Academic All-American of the Year.
Now, unfortunately, you guys lost, as many programs around the country did, the 2020 season due to COVID. MIT chose not to participate last spring. But you guys bounced back, and the Engineers enjoyed the best season in school history. You were 22, 2-2. You won the NUMAC championship, and you guys advanced all the way to the NCAA quarterfinals, where your nationally number 8 ranked team was just an overtime goal away against Wesleyan from advancing to the Final Four for the first time. And MIT also set single season records for wins with 22 and with winning percentage at 900. So an amazing year. I'm sure there's a lot of memories that you'll have. Can you talk about your decision to come back for a COVID fifth year to lead this team and what you'll remember most about this historical season?
Yeah, absolutely. My coach actually always jokes that this is a bonus season, because me and the two other super seniors, we call ourselves, that came back, actually get to play with the younger incoming class. So we're really lucky that we got the opportunity to play this season. For me, myself, it really was an easy decision. I'm actually doing a master's program in computer science right now. So it's kind of a 5-year BS master's program. So it was pretty easy, along with the fact that the two other super seniors that came back are my best friends. They're my roommates. So it really was an easy decision. And yeah, I wasn't ready to give up soccer, especially during a pandemic. So it was quite easy.
Now, personally, you've stacked up quite a resume. 3-time first team Academic All-America, a 2019 United Soccer Coaches and D3Soccer.com All-America's second team selection as a junior. And this year, even with a cast in your arm, was named second team All-NUMAC. You played in 85 games as a defender. You finished your career contributing 24 points out of the back. What are you personally most proud of that you accomplished on the field at MIT?
I think this year was incredibly tough. I actually wasn't even able to play in half of the games this year with a foot injury, and then after 5 more games, I broke my hand. So this season, I really faced a lot of adversity. So I guess I'm really proud at how I bounced back from that, and the attitude I had on the field and off the field, because it was really testing for my mental strength as well. But yeah, so I guess this season, and especially accomplishing the best season in record for MIT women's soccer, making it to the Elite Eight, was one of our main goals. We have like a big poster in our locker room where we write down all of our goals for the season. And that was the one at the very bottom. We were able to check off all of our other ones, winning the regular season for NUMAC, winning the championship. So yeah, we really accomplished everything we wanted this season. Obviously, it sucks to end with a loss, but almost actually every team except for one has to do it. So yeah, no, I'm proud of how this last season went, especially the adversity that I faced.
I want to talk about academics now. Can you
Yeah.
tell us about why you chose mechanical engineering and computer science as that double major slash master's program, and what your post MIT plans are?
Yeah, so I actually came in saying, okay, I want to be a computer science major. I took my first course in computer science and I hated it. It was so hard. So I actually switched to mechanical engineering, and I got to my junior year and realized, okay, wow, I did love computer science. Why don't I add on this double major my junior year? So now I'm a double major in mechanical engineering and computer science, but I really love to know how everything in the physical world works around me. I love just looking at something and thinking, I don't know, how could I build this? But yeah, moving forward, I'm finishing up a master's program in computer science. And then after that, I'm going to go back to California, to the Bay Area, and work at Apple as a software engineer.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Now, as we mentioned in our intro, you have a perfect GPA, and we're not just talking about your run of the mill 4.0 GPA. You're perfect on a 5.0 scale. I'm sure it's been challenging as a balancing act and at times stressful. But what advice can you give to other student athletes on balancing excellence in both athletics and academics?
Yeah, I think I'm very lucky that somehow I still have a 5.0 at the end of this. But yeah, really focusing, I guess, on what means the most to you. For me, that was definitely soccer. And select courses, I made sure that I only signed up for things that I was really interested in. But yeah, focusing on what means the most to you. Don't do things just because other people around you are doing them. Have a lot of focus, and yeah, keep going, work hard, and hope that it all works out.
It worked out pretty well for you.
Yeah.
You are our Academic All-America of the Year. I want to give you a chance as we close out to thank those people who are important in your life that helped you achieve this national distinction. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah. First, my parents. They've supported me through what, I don't know, 18 years now of soccer, driving me, picking me up to everything. My brother, who's like my personal coach every time I go home. But especially the coaching staff at MIT, Martin and Jeff. They really have done a lot throughout my I guess, 5 years now. And then finally, our trainer Jason. Especially this year, I think I went into the athletic training room every day, shed some tears in there this year. But yeah, he really supported me throughout the season, and made sure I got back on the field. So yeah.
And you got to be out there on the field all the way to the Elite Eight this year, the best season in MIT history. Thank you, Maya. Congratulations once again on your being selected as the 2021 CoSIDA NCAA Division III Women's Soccer Academic All-America Team Member of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you.